Welcome to another week of the GridCenter. We're now 4 weeks into the books. We had some amazing play on the field, some great performers, and again, as I always say, we're here to bring you more heat. I'm your boy, Sherm. Let's get into it. But first, let's give a shout out to our new sponsors. Like I said, we're trying to bring you everything that you guys asked for and more. So our first sponsor is Nevada State Bank, where it gives you the big nationwide corporate feeling of all the different rates and programs that they have, but the local touch and feeling like you're part of a family. Nevada State Bank, where all your banking needs are in one. And also our sponsor, Clover Business Solutions. For all you business owners that need credit card processing, please contact your local Clover advisor for their promotions and their rates. Shout out to our two sponsors.
Ready when you are.
In the morning, our player of the week was Nick C. Now I can't even say your last name. I'm not even gonna try to mess it up like that. But you had 3 catches, 145 yards receiving, and not 1, but 2 touchdowns. You had an amazing day that still ended up ending early because your competitiveness got you talking to the refs and they gave you an early exit to the showers. Imagine if you kept your composure and continued on with the game. But Nick C, from all the smoke, you balled out. We'll have your Player of the Week award to you. It's coming up Sunday. And our nightly Player of the Week. The thing about this player, he don't blow you away with the stat sheets every week. In fact, he rarely does. But what you'll find every single week is his impact and his imprint on the game. I'm talking about Dave Legend. Every week, if you look at the stat sheet, he's going to have at least 1 touchdown and at least 1 interception every week. Outside of the quarterbacks, he has more impact on the game than anybody in football. Like I said, he may not receive for 150 yards. He may not have 4 or 5 sacks, but his consistency on the football field is going to lead to an impact and is evident with his team's play. So, Dave Legend, you are night Player of the Week. Now let's get to what I know y'all been asking for. This week's power rankings. Now a lot of the players would come to me and say, you had us ranked where? All right, I'm gonna show you. And that was evident this week on the football field. So let's get into it. In the morning, the rankings, and as we always do, we started from the bottom and we move up. In the mornings, our 6th ranked team, Cakes and Snakes. They're a tricky team. In fact, their games are always a trap game because they're the early game. Like I always say, you come out and you see a couple of females on the field, you kind of take them lightly. Don't get caught slipping. Cakes and Snakes will bite you. Our 5th ranked team. It's hard to say what this team is going to do. 1 week, they're ranked 1 or 2, the next week they're ranked 4 or 5. They got some of the best looking jerseys in football. They got the cereal box on the jersey. We're talking about the serial killers who got their ass handed to them this week. They didn't look like serial killers. They looked more like bootios this week, getting blown out by a team that was highly motivated. More about them in a minute. Serial killers, I know y'all take some games lightly, but it's time to step up. Our 4th ranked team, they always hover right around this area. They'll have some close losses, some dominant victories, but they're always there in the end. As I mentioned, they're full of athletes. We're talking about the Sin City Goons coming in as your 4th ranked team this week. Our 3rd ranked team. You know when you're in high school and you go to the party, you know, you see the girl that you like, but you don't want to go talk to her too quick. You kind of want to shoot your shot toward the end. You go over there when the song come on, that last dance, and you say, you know, you want to come back with me? You may grab her booty a little firmer, you know, slip her your number. It's kind of what disco and the bunny / last dance do. They kind of wait around a little bit, and at the end, they go and shoot their shot. Problem with it is they win some, they lose some. Sometimes that shot clanks off the rim, and sometimes it's swish. This week, it was all money, and they moved up in the rankings to our number 3rd ranked team, the Last Dance. Our 2nd ranked team was last week's number 1. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. See, this team, normally they come out smelling good, like a nice Cuban cigar, a nice Cohiba. But this week, they weren't even grandma's Thanksgiving cooking. They were more like burnt eggs on the stove.
Now she's in big trouble.
That's the type of smoke that they brought this week, because they had it handed to them. So this week, they only got 1 loss on the season, but all the smoke drops to the number 2 position. And on to our number 1 team. Like I said, we started from the bottom, now we're here. All I heard all week, all Sunday, every series, every possession, Sherm, you had us ranked 4th. We're going to show you what we got. It's amazing what a little bit of motivation will do for a team. Because our number 1 ranked team is Hemocracy. They came out with full fury, fire, trash talking, intimidation, and talented play on the field. They are back, ranked number 1, reigning supreme on the top of the morning rankings, Hemocracy. And now on to our Under the Lights night rankings. Again, as I say each and every week, this division is the best division in all of Las Vegas flag football. Some of the best teams and top teams from around the country, some of the best players from around the country all reside in this division, where if you look at the schedule, there's no easy win. Matter of fact, every week, it's a different game of the week. And it's hard to choose the best one. So, without talking too much about it, let's get into the night rankings. Our 10th ranked team is Wasted Talent. Now, they come out and they fight hard. But their captain, Kung Fu Kenny, is looking more like Dragonfly Jones out there, getting their ass handed to them each and every week. They come out to fight, they come out ready, but the results end up being the same each and every week. Keep trying. You'll climb those rankings soon enough. Our 9th ranked team, they actually got a victory this week over the lowly Wasted Talent team, is the OTF Ducks. Now they got their first win. They're always scrappy, always ready to play. They're our 9th ranked team, but it's no easy task for them coming up, because they're playing the defending champion, no lacking, next week. More on them in a minute. Our 8th ranked team still haven't put a victory up on the boards, but their talent is undeniable. We're talking about the fastest team out there in flag. They're still getting used to everything, and getting adjusted to the talent level that's out there. I'm talking about no limit. These soldiers come out marching each and every week, and they're just inches away from their first victory. It's no easy task for them coming up as well, this coming up week, as they face second to none. Get more on them in a minute. Our 7th ranked team, just like the morning, the night team, Cobra Kai, is always waiting in the wings. They got all the talent in the world. They give everybody their best shot. They're gonna beat teams. They're gonna have close losses. They kind of balance that out each and every year. And at the end, they're right where they want you. Our 7th ranked team, Cobra Kai. Our 6th ranked team got one of the most interesting and sophisticated offense in flag football. Their quarterback, Dallas, who's been player of the week, rushes for over 100 yards every single week. Some weeks, their O-line is their leading receiver. Other weeks, it's their outside players. This week's current player of the week, Dave Legend, is leading their defense. He's putting an impact on the game each and every week. Every game is close, whether it's a win or a loss. They're not the team to sleep on. Now, things won't get any easier as they're facing Heem coming up this week. But our 6th ranked team this week is balls deep. Our 5th ranked team, talking about the mighty fallen, this team is the back-to-back defending champions. They probably talk more trash than anybody in the league. And rightfully so. When you got hardware over the last 2 seasons, it's easy to talk trash, and it's even easier to back it up. But wow, we're wondering, where's their offense been? I mean, I haven't seen them. In fact, I'm getting a message right now from one of our field reporters. It looks like they've spotted the no-lacking offense. Dion, give us an update on where you've located Jerry in the no-lacking offense.
My soul is as ready to escape as my body.
Fear is why you're fed.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm angry.
Well, that's interesting to know. Now we know what's happened to No Lacking. They dropped to number 5 in the Under the Light night rankings. Our 4th ranked team. I use this statement with this team all the time, and it's the P's of life. It says, proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. If you know anything about second to none, half the games they show up late, the other half they're amped up and ready to perform. This week, they were all there ready to play the defending champions, and it showed. They prevented the defending champions from crossing the 50 except for one time in the game, and they balled out. But that's still only good enough for the 4th place rankings in our Under the Night rankings. Our 3rd ranked team came out and balled out again. In the mornings, they ranked number 1. But unfortunately, at night, that competition is stiff. So they only come in 3rd. Talking about Heemocracy. Yes, they got all the talent. 3-headed monster quarterback. But more than anything, they will intimidate you into making a mistake, jumping off sides, dropping a pass, or having a bad snap. That's what they bring to the field. And if you're not prepared, they're going to make you pay for it. It's no easy game that they have this week as they're playing 6th ranked balls deep. But I know they'll be up for the task. Our 3rd ranked team, Heemocracy. That leaves 2 spots left. And those are our 2 undefeated teams. Number 2 ranked is Justice League. This team comes out every week with a different starting quarterback. And every week is the same result. A victory. It doesn't matter who they play, they can adjust to any scheme on defense, and they can perform any type of play on offense. Different quarterbacks, different leading receivers, a ferocious O-line and a D-line that gets after you. As a matter of fact, they don't mind carrying a defender on their way to sack the quarterback. That's how lethal this team is. They're undefeated for a reason. They come in number 2, talking about Justice League. And our number 1 ranked team. Look, I don't know what else to say about this squad. Half the time they play around, one of the best players in all of Las Vegas flag football decides, I don't want to be the best receiver anymore. I want to show you I can be the best O-lineman and D-line. That's talent for your ass. It's the gridiron game. They got high school players playing, they got players playing different positions, and they still put up 30 on every single team. They've smacked everybody that they've played. And even in the games that are close, you can tell they're just playing around. But this week could be a real test of champions because our number 1 ranked gridiron team is playing the number 2 ranked Justice League in the game of the week. It's sure to be firepower. Come out and watch, and you'll see the top 2 teams in Las Vegas flag football going at it for the supremacy of being the number 1 ranked team in next week's rankings. So there you have it, y'all. From the bottom to the top, there's your rankings. I know my DMs are gonna be flooded with y'all complaining, with y'all cheering. Most of all, I know you have a chip on your shoulders if you're not ranked number 1. That should motivate you to get to the top. But when you get to the top, can you stay there? With all that being said, that's week 4, players of the week and rankings. Y'all chime in, let me know what you think about it. I'll be seeing you next time when you get on the grid. Sherman.